Have you ever reached that point where something happens and you're like, this crosses the line? Like, even if that event alone wouldn't be enough to cut off a person or make a big, like, dramatic decision, it's because of all the paper cuts leading up to that moment. Well, that is what happened to Jackie. So let me read you what she wrote and then we'll answer her question. We've always had a tricky relationship with my in-laws. They live in another state, so when we visit, we stay in their home. Things came to a head after we had our baby a year ago. My mother-in-law used to make constant comments about my parenting and it wore me down. Finally, my husband set a boundary and she actually respected it. She's not perfect, but she's 1,000 times better. My father-in-law, on the other hand, is a completely different story. He is extremely challenging to be around and has never been nice. I won't go into everything, but this last weekend broke me. It was our son's first birthday, and before the party even started, he lost his temper and yelled at my husband at the venue in front of the people that had already arrived. He told him, "F you." I was done. I told my husband I won't be around him anymore. We are not staying in their home again. But the hard part, I like my mother-in-law. She's caught in the middle and it's going to affect her too. We have other family nearby to stay with, but this is going to really impact her. I feel so bad. What do I do? Okay, so first of all, I think that's so incredible that you had your husband set the boundary saying like, okay, I know you're trying to help mom, but the comments about parenting, it's just like it's not landing the way you're intending it to. So let's just knock that off. And she respected it, and because she respected it, you guys have gotten closer to the point where you're worried about her. You're worried about her feelings. You don't want her to feel left out when you're in town and you want her to like bond with your baby. Like, I think that is so beautiful and I love your heart. What I would do in this situation if I had like enough paper cuts with my father-in-law and then he finally crossed the one last straw where I'm like, okay, now you're going to start saying this stuff and like ruining precious events for your grandchild when they're going to start to pick up on language, all this stuff. Like, I can't do it anymore. You've set this line. We're not staying at their house anymore, but I still want to make sure my mother-in-law feels included, loved, all that stuff. What I would do is I would set aside specific pockets of time just for her, the baby, just for her, me and the baby, maybe my husband, her and the baby, whatever. Go to the park, go to the library, get some ice cream, get some coffee. Just make intentional pockets of time for her so that she still knows like, you really matter to us. We just need to meet up where we feel safe.